This is by the artist Max Sansing, okay? And Max is a Chicago artist. He was born on the East Side. This is only my second time touring this mural, so I don't have a whole lot of information from other students and other observers who have noticed things that can be part of the continuation of the conversation. So all of this is brand new to me, but when I was doing some research on this artist, Max, what I learned is that he uses skeleton keys in all of his murals. He grew up on the East Side of Chicago. His father worked for the city, and when he was a boy, his father would take him on the L train, and he would use a skeleton key to give Max special access to where he could sit in the train and just watch the city as the train was moving around. So the skeleton key to Max symbolizes, what do you think that symbolizes?
Access.
Access, which is also a form of freedom, right?
Yeah.
So,
I see a couple
but yeah,
keys.
right. So the keys are usually around a necklace, and they're obvious. They're often kind of suspended in the air, so they're noticeable, but they're attached to the wearer, right? In this instance, he has two skeleton keys holding the bun up of this figure. The research I got from this mural here about this mural is that these are children. They're represented as children. And we see an Asian child who is looking away as if he is shunned, right? Not accepted. Maybe something relatable that we saw with Lauren, right? But then we see this face of the African American child inside something. There's something around that kid's head, right? That's going to be whatever you see it to be, okay? That's where you get to own it. But there is some specific reason that he put that child's face there. Now, I didn't notice that, but somebody last night noticed this. Look at in front of the kid who is looking away. Somebody looked last night and said that looks like it's the child in the back. It looks like it's their hand. So maybe, and if it is, they are embracing this other kid who also doesn't feel welcomed or part of. I mean, there's clearly that moment what we're looking at where that Asian kid does not feel welcome, does not feel part of, right? Does everyone agree that, do you see that? And then if that is the hand of the boy that is behind that other kid, then that would make some kind of connection in there. Okay, so if you see that, see it, find a story. Find a story if it's relatable to you, okay? What I also know is he uses bright colors because he is originally a graffiti artist. Graffiti artists deal with letters, they deal with words, and they've gotten really, really creative in the style of font that they use, and they've made it very three-dimensional. How many of you see trains with graffiti on the side of trains? And it is, some of it is just like, I want to have an exhibition of some of these trains. They are just absolutely stunning. So here we have a story of a kid with a skeleton key riding the L train, becoming a graffiti artist, where he mastered how to write and create artwork using these bright colors, these intense colors. Self-taught artist. Then he went to school for a couple of years, and he learned how to do what? He learned how to paint and draw figures. He learned how to paint and draw representational realism. And he's incorporating that with his graffiti style. And in the graffiti style, what we have is the colors. So that's where he's inspired with these colors. We also see a little landscape happening on the right-hand bottom corner, right? So not only is there a landscape on the right-hand corner, but on the left you see those clouds that Long Beach is so famous for during fire season. When the sun is setting and there are fires happening, all the clouds start looking like that. Really intense oranges and reds as it's going down in the smoke-filled sky. So when he was painting, I don't know if any of that was happening around here in Long Beach. Like I said, I don't know. I wasn't part of this artist when he was painting here, so I don't know his story. I don't know what was going on when he was here like I do with the other 3 artists that we looked at. So that very well could be clouds that he saw when he was here, right? That very well could be because it looks like palm trees to me. There's a palm tree right there, which the big leaves of the palm tree kind of look like the one that's next to the leg of the child. So I think he's from Chicago. They may not have palm trees in Chicago. Maybe he was intrigued. Maybe he was intrigued by the palm trees, and he has incorporated that into his artwork. There he is bringing in Long Beach. Okay, so that's always something to really keep in mind when looking at mural artists. They care about the location that they are putting their artwork on, and they want you to be related to it. They need it to be relatable to us, the viewer. We're not viewers from Chicago. We're viewers from Southern California, Long Beach specifically. So
Are they commissioned to do any
yes.
of this? Okay.
So this festival that we have every year, it's called Powwow. Powwow Worldwide. You can look that up and it'll show you all. I mean, we've been to Israel, parts of Africa, Egypt, just of course Hawaii, Fiji, the Netherlands, Germany. I mean, Powwow Worldwide is everywhere. And so we have Powwow Long Beach, Antelope Valley, and we started in 2015. We didn't get to have Powwow Long Beach in 2020 because of this thing called COVID. So this year, 2021, it was very small, like 8 artists, and then a couple of sculptures on the beach is what we did this year. And then the pop-up shop that we passed by.
Did you see a seagull in that painting?
In this one? Do you?
On the right, see the white going down to her mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Sees the white with the little eye.
The eye and then
Like
the
a
beak.
little
Absolutely.
Twisted looking beak.
Absolutely. When something like that in an artwork, it can be abstract because it's just shapes and colors kind of meandering. We see the clouds, they look real. We see the trees, they look real. But if we look at clouds and we can see things in clouds, right? And that very well, Kim, I'm glad that you saw that. You saw a seagull. Did anyone else see the seagull kind of kissing the leg of the kid? The white area, And that's the fun thing. This is where this becomes ours,
The shadow as well. Which one goes? Gallery? Are you Valeria? Yeah. Oh, okay. Notice your name Valeria.
Yeah. So that's Max. The other thing I didn't mention with Case's wall, and I was gonna say to the camera too, when you're talking about scale, when you're describing it in your paper, how many parking spots is it? Because we all know what a parking spot, the width of a parking spot, right? With Case, it was 6 parking spots. That's the length of it, 2 stories high. With this one, it's 2, right? 2 parking spots, maybe 2.5. And it's
You mean wide? Or,
yeah, wide.
Or if it was way down, how many cars can park on the
Yeah. Well, parking right up against it.
Okay.
Parking right up against it.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's a way to describe like the size of something. Lawrence, it would be 1 car, right? So you could say it's 1 car and 4 stories tall, right? Oh my God, that's tall and narrow. Case is 6 cars wide and 2 stories tall. That's a pretty good size wall,
Yeah.
So anyway, I think that's it. How about some pie bar now?
Okay.